Andy Anderson, I'm going to be watching how you drive this car.
Oh, good luck. You're in the rain.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
Practice race here for Barcelona.
Hey Wayne, I like your livery.
It is wet. And we'll see what
Starts
happens.
automatically if you don't press it.
There we go. Got ourselves
Rain lights on.
Wet race.
I forget which one that is. Which button is that?
There it is. Let's try to find the... Whoa. There we go. We're safe again. I was kind of fucked up working with my engine map there. Shouldn't be too wet, but there is enough rain coming down that this will be a wet tire race. So I am starting the day on the wets.
That's not a whole lot of rain, guys. You know.
No,
Yeah,
it's a lot less than I thought it'd be, actually.
It really isn't.
Last time I listened to Mike.
Up here, guys.
Hey, I just gave you the forecast, and it said the forecast was gonna rain.
I mean, it might get worse.
Could also be that there's just sections of the track that are a little bit wetter than others as well. Because the start-finish line is quite wet.
That's unfortunate because the tires are going to be very cool in a straight line. It's the turns we need.
Cool.
I'm already at 29.
Oh, they'll go higher. Like
Right?
you'll see pressures in the 30s.
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to... That's not ideal.
No, it's not, but... I don't...
Do I want to warm up these tires?
No,
I don't need to.
you don't need to. They're pretty much at temp.
Uh-oh. Rear left, 30.2.
Getting huge.
So it's going to be interesting because the forecast isn't really lining up with what we got here. It looked really wet at the start-finish straight, and around the rest of the track, not so much. So I wonder if anyone did end up gambling
I
on
think
some
the lineup
drives.
yet. That seems early to me.
Need to get a little more speed here because despite being in roughly the right position, it's saying I'm in the red. A little off track there by Francis Bellon. There we go. And we'll go to engine map 1. And might end up hating this, but I mean, you can only go by what you're given on the forecast, unfortunately. Lead off a little speed. There we go. And green lights are on.
Oh, slick tires optimum, great.
We'll see. Squeeze that. Whoa! One of the Mercedes got into Francis. That was an HWA race lab car. Aston Martin of Simeon Naku down here. What is that? That's surprising. I think Simeon joined really late. I think he probably just didn't qualify. Because I didn't do so well, and on my good days I can be around Simeon, but not.
Come on, Mike, why so slow?
Because I'm a Lexus.
Why you picked the Lexus?
Because it's good other
Great.
places. It's just not very good around here. Tires are burning up. Give me a forecast.
Sorry, Guillermo. Oh, that was close.
Tires are on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is weird. I mean, if we want, we can red flag and do a restart and see if we can get a less, we'll put it this way, weird track condition.
From what I've learned, damp is
Are you
good
gonna
as long as
restart?
it's
'Cause I
not
got
wet.
started from the pit lane for some bizarre reason.
Well, the thing is, it's gone from damp to
Come on, Todd.
greasy now. It's drying up, despite the fact that it is still raining. All right, let's do a restart. A couple of guys are sliding all over the place.
It's not my vote.
This is a practice race. This is a good
I'm
thing
good.
to practice.
It is,
Yep, I
but
mind
it's a bit of a weird one with the greasy thing, and the fact that the forecast doesn't really line up with what we're getting.
On fire, dude.
Un fuego.
Can we get a puncture because they are so hot?
No.
Or what do we
maybe.
risk?
I think we are.
But you
restarting.
slide on the curbs. What the fuck?
So do we push or okay?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. It kept the greasy track. That's disappointing. I mean, is this a dry... I guess this is a dry track, despite the fact that it will still be raining. This is weird.
Alright, I guess we're gonna try it in dry this time, right?
I mean, it's your call. If you want to go wet, you can go wet, or you can go dry. I mean, this is one of those cases where, like, I don't 100% think that there really is a 100% correct answer. Maybe prep up a pit stop to do a swap if you need to. That's what I'm doing. I've got a wet. I'm gonna start on dries, and I've got a pit stop ready if I need to go to wets, because we still do have like 30 minutes of rain here. It's gonna be a bit weird.
Yeah, but the pressures are all over the place, so they're still gonna be on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna say dries are probably the answer, but be careful because it might get wetter, and then there might be more problems.
I'm betting on wet.
Also, be very, very careful at the start-finish, because the start-finish is quite wet.
Careful, the track is very moist.
It's just the rest of the track is... It's like everything's kind of draining down into the start-finish straight, unfortunately.
Where did Mika go? He was... here.
He was here.
Oh, he's still in the chat.
Is Wayne here?
Yes, he
Yep.
is.
Hey, nice livery, Wayne.
Yeah, for tonight anyway.
Yeah, my dad was like, all these are kind of dull. I'm just gonna pick this one. It's just the least dull.
I mean, Aston Martin's got some good liveries. I think you
This
guys...
is my favorite of them all.
I think you guys are being a little hateful. The new ARM Motorsport stuff looks pretty nice. The Garage 59 stuff looks pretty nice. Be careful. You will
Is the
have...
driver of the 961 car in chat?
I don't believe he is.
He was driving kind of risky at the front, and he's kind of all over the place here on the warm-up lap.
I think it's just cause, we'll see. Oh, that's not really my call.
I mean, we will see some aggressive behavior on the warm-up lap because the tires are very cold and people will be trying to get heat in them. I will say that you will be starting this race on cold tires. There's just not a way to get them up to temp on this warm-up lap.
Oh, I'll try.
But it won't stop people from trying. But there will be probably a little bit more than the usual wiggling. Cold tires, cold
Oh, I'm
brakes.
doing it. They're green now.
As per usual, this will go up on YouTube if something exciting happens. So, if you're seeing this, you know something exciting is going to happen.
Damn it,
This
they
is
still won't
practice
go up.
rest. This is always weird when you get the situations where it's really not a dry track and it's really not a wet track. This would actually be like perfect intermediate weather, but we don't have that option. Need to get back ahead of Dixon in his Honda. Honda v Lexus on row 8. That's the great rivalry. Actually, around here, I don't know. I mean, I suppose the Honda would not be terribly. Oh no, Javi spins.
I am so sorry.
I mean, you're ghosted to us, dude. So like, it's just you who got taken out.
Nah, it was the curb. It was the curb.
I'm a little too close to Francis here. Makes me a little nervous. Keep it down, keep it down. Alright, let's go. This is going to be the most dangerous part because the start-finish straight is actually fairly wet. Or, well, not so much now. It was when we went through the first time. It's also weird. I'm looking at the spectator because I got the auto director on the other machine. Debut the auto director. And, looks much wetter on there. Oh, Taylor got into LaBeouf just a bit. Tom the Burger King. That's Francis out wide.
Somebody came flying in there.
And Wayne Hutchison. See, I have to fight I'm fighting with the front end, like,
Careful of the
constantly, 'cause
curbs, guys.
fighting with the front end because number one, there's not a great deal of grip on the track, and number two, tires are cold as shit. The brakes are up to temperature at least, so won't have to worry about the brakes too much, which is nice. Up to 9th place. Once again, didn't really do anything, didn't really overtake anybody, and I'm up 7 spots. I really shouldn't use first gear around here. I have to make a note of that. This is going to be the 3 corners I usually use first gear for are 100% going to be gear 2 unless I can get some tire.
Mika, I'm trying to not pressure you, boss, but we gotta go.
Oh, I went into first gear there. Force a habit. Wasn't a good idea. We're doing okay, though. It's interesting to see Javi is, for lack of a better term, respecting Mika as a gold driver, but we have no idea how Mika drives in, like, greasy conditions. He may actually just be really slow. I'll say, it's going to lead to some much more conservative lines into turn 4, or turn 1, because, I mean, if you looked over there, you saw there is some standing water there, so that'll be interesting. We did recommend people start on dries because we did the aborted start because the wets were burning up. Mostly because the one thing about wet weather in this game is I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure how to put it, but the ambient temperature, track temperature, doesn't seem to really adjust really to wet weather. And that leads to a warm track with wet tires.
You okay, Mike?
I'm okay.
Or is that heavier? Heavier.
That was me. Like that was a bowl off. That'd be a penalty. I gotta stop going down to gear 1. You let the Honda past me. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Ew, Mikey got passed by a Honda? Ew.
I got bowled off the track. I didn't get passed by a Honda. Probably just need to go up on the traction control, to be honest. Let's try traction control 6 for a bit.
Sorry.
What are you apologizing for? Stop apologizing.
Sorry.
So you're Canadian.
Hey.
Sixes normally be a ridiculously high traction control, but in this weather, probably need a lot of extra traction. I mean, 6 might be still too high, if we're being honest, because, I mean, like, I don't know, you're seeing it out of the corners. People are kicking my ass. Can overtake a Mika.
Oh god, those curbs are death, dude.
Well, yeah, they're pooling water.
Nuh-uh, they're made of plastic or whatever.
Yeah, but they're collecting the rain. Does feel a fair bit better. I might try moving the traction control down as the race progresses. But like, I feel like I can use first gear in some of these low rev corners now without losing the car. That last chicane is still going to be a disaster zone, just because it's a disaster zone at the best of times. Oh, off I go. Make sure to rejoin safely.
Ah.
In behind Mika. Shame that that was an invalid lap, because we would have been maybe able to figure out some pace there. Where am I now? 13th? Still ahead of start position. Safety rating is up. Every time Simeon's behind me, every time something bad happens. I mean, I'm sure it's not every time, but it does feel like every time something bad happens. Mika is not really all that quick around here. Wayne is looking like the quickest of the three of us, to be honest. Probably makes sense that Aston is just in general a little bit better than the Nissan or Lexus around here. Oh, come on. If you're gonna get that wide, you can't be trying to take that line back. Gave him a little nudge.
I beg your pardon, sir?
Mika is very slow around
You
here.
want in?
But it doesn't matter how
I
slow
just
he
didn't know
is.
if you're going outside or inside.
It's not a blue flag, so
Oh, damn it.
he has every right to defend his position as he sees fit. And he's not doing anything
Outside.
particularly spectacular. He's just
No, don't give it up like that.
not giving.
Come on.
He's just not. He's just not throwing it away. Larry Foster in behind us. Bit of an unknown quantity. I mean, a terrible lap, but I mean, I guess it's my best. I do not want to go wide into that turn one. Alright. So, my squabbles with Wayne have allowed the Nissan to get away. Also, I do think from the Mika's pace point of view, I think he's actually reasonably good at the third sector. It's just this sector here, I think, is where he's very slow. see the dry line forming.
Is Beastwari in chat?
Yes.
Hey, thanks for racing me, Queen.
Oh, yes, sir.
For a second, I thought you were gonna yell at him.
Yeah.
Nah, Benny's a good racer.
I'm actually not trying to pass. Just stay with you, and if I get an opportunity, I will. But
Honda off track. Some of my favorite people to race with, at least here. Wayne, Dixon, Mika. There's no banter with Mika.
Let me know if I start holding you up or anything, or if you need anything back there.
oh, you're fine.
Let me get a pop.
Pop, pop.
This has been pretty reasonable, actually. It's like all we need is to be a little bit more cautious, and if the track gives us that reason via cold tires, the brakes have not really been a huge problem, but cold tires, cold brakes, and in this case a just greasy track, we're fine. We take that 5% aggression off that we need to just do at all times. Personal opinion. It's like we're gonna take a look. Nothing there really. Not a corner I think I can overtake the Honda in, but if I can take a controlled little peek, we're okay with doing that. I don't really want to overtake him here, but at the same time, he got off that corner quite badly, and I think he more or less just ceded the spot to me there. So, tip of the hat to Dixon for not making that as awkward as he for sure could have, and been slightly in his rights to do with some more defensive driving. But kind of also knew that if he fought it, there was a probably equal money chance we'd have ended up off the track, and that would have been just no good. Where are we at in the race? 28 minutes to go, so still more than half the race to go. 13th spot with 11th and 12th very much in view. Still rough though. We're down to the 152s at least in terms of lap time. Tires are getting more heated, but are quite a ways off from optimum.
How's the setup feeling, Mia?
I mean, terrible, but at the same time, this is greasy as fuck, so. Only disappointment about this, really, is that we're not getting like particularly useful driver classification numbers. Yeah. We got to race in the rain every so often, and that's going to be a thing, and whatever. But I kind of wanted a dry race for that purpose. But it's in its own way very fun. Kind of leaving Dixon back there. Javier's up in 10th. Vortex GT team teammate, our leader Paul Riccobeni, not here, celebrating his 20th anniversary. Didn't see what of. I'm assuming his marriage. So, a happy anniversary to Paul and Mrs. Riccobeni.
I was gonna say it's kind of cool that you have to throw the car in to get some heat into the tires, but I don't think you like that.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Usually he throws a car and he goes nowhere.
I mean, actually, one of the worst parts of it, the loose back end, is gone because I got the traction control up.
Boo.
I'm turning it down as the race goes on, but early on, it was definitely needed. We don't have quite a full dry line through parts of the course yet.
Oh, I will catch that hideous red thing if it's the last thing I do.
That being said, we will drop the traction control a little bit and see if we can make some progress here. One thing I'm not liking about the auto director is that the chat window stays up until you actually tell it to stop, and that's a bit of a problem because the whole point of the auto director is that I don't have to do anything. I just get to focus on my race. Oh, somebody spun. It's Javier. No, my Vortex teammate. Got a little too much. Ooh, new fastest lap. Alright, so the drop in traction control is helping out. Doing quite a bit faster than Mika. Although, I don't know, Mika might have had to check up as he was... I mean, for one thing, he was also passed by Wayne this lap, I think. So, that's not an accurate revision of... lap time. We'll see. Hurst has dropped quite a ways back. So at least I don't have the Honda eating on my tail. Larry Foster has stopped being really a factor. At least from my point of view.
I mean, I'm seeing a dry line.
It's there, it's not fully there. It's still a little damp. Also, you just spun last lap, so I'm not sure if you can really tell.
It was the curb. It was the curb, okay?
I'm just
And
saying.
a curb checked me out on Sunday.
Just saying. I'm not sure you can talk about my traction control until you stop spinning.
Oh my god.
So Wayne is the back of the top 10. Oh god, Larry Foster's
Yeah, sorry, he's beginning to hold us up kind of bad here.
down a lap, actually.
Who?
The guy in front of me.
Is that Mira?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was holding me up until I accidentally hit him, and because he backed off in the middle of the corner.
I'm so sorry, I'm being terrible.
I can see those curbs getting in the way.
I'm trying not to touch him.
I didn't catch what Mika did that lap.
No, that was terrible, my bad.
We're doing 151s.
I mean, you almost got passed by a Honda.
I like Hondas. It's the red ones I don't like.
Dixon, I'd punt him if I were you.
Is that an official order?
It's like a green stop sign. It's like you want them to stop, but you want to see what happens.
Still not feeling terribly comfortable through that turn there. I've never been good about adjusting my traction control through the lap, so I'm not going to shift down yet. But we are approaching halfway. I'm intrigued to know, because I didn't have a forecast. Looks like it's gonna stay greasy. We don't have any heavy rain coming in, and again, This is the one problem with the game, I still think, is that the rain doesn't fully interact with the ambient temperature, because we're still like we're a couple degrees colder in track temp than we were in practice and qualifying.
Come on, Tom, I believe in you.
A track that has been wet to greasy the entire time. So yeah,
That was exciting.
Couple tenths.
I thought the 150 board was the 200 board.
We'll try turning it down, because I do need to pick it up a bit to keep Wayne in sight. Also, fuel is completely not a concern here today, because using up notably less, down to 2.87. It's almost pretty much a full tenth of a liter a lap less than what I calculated based on. I don't know. Might need to go back. I don't think it's the traction control that's caused me to go slow this lap. I'm just not on it this lap. Which could be subconsciously knowing that I have less traction. Ooh, off that corner is particularly bad. Okay, we're going back. We're going back to 5. Going back to 5. Javier Perez Torres catching up with us. He'll probably catch up. Not much I can do about that. He out-qualified me by a fair margin. Was quite a ways up the road. So chances are he is not really fighting with me. And he's a teammate, so we'll probably let him pass when he gets up here. And that is my first warning for track limits. There's Juan Borgi in the pit lane. Terrible lap. 53.9. Alright, we need to step up from that. I need to step up from that. I'm back to doing that Wii thing again on my recordings. So, let's see if I can get back on track here. Also, nope, got a new lumbar stretcher / support today. Makes my back feel all kinds of weird, but it is better than as I talk and run off the track. How are the tires? No shit, there was no time gained. On the bright side, the auto director tool has not crashed at any point, which is good. Oh, that might be a warning. Nope. I slowed down enough. Good, good. Losing it now, though. Come on. Left front's even, like, pretty much in the zone now, but 2 absolutely terrible laps in a row. And I've completely lost the plot. Come on. Come on, Mike. Let's get this on. Let's get this going. Top 10 is not completely out of reach. Unlikely. But it is still in play.
Let's see if we can both go through.
Javier down to 2 seconds. But my focus is Mika what? I think that's who I'm fighting with. And it's probably for about 12th place. Which I'm in right now. But, like I said, I think Javi's going to go past regardless of what I do.
No, I just don't have the confidence.
He's got the speed.
I got a puncture.
Oh, Simeon's got a puncture. That helps me out. Wayne's down in the 1 minute 50s. Mika's still 152s, so closing on him. Not any grandiose, right? Let's try the 4 traction control again. I actually more or less matched Javi that lap. He only took 2/10 out of me. So maybe I can fight with Javi. Catch Mika. And Simeon, I'm pretty sure, was ahead of me. And if he's got a puncture, that would be a spot. Maybe a top 10 is possible. We'll see. Didn't look like it with that 16th place qualifying effort. Or 15th place. Wasn't super happy with it, to be honest. Thought I could have done better. It was not any kind of like PB lap or anything. Slow car ahead. Could be Mika. Did Mika go up? Mika, I think, went off. So, may yet get our boat battle. Lexus versus Nissan. The junior boats. The senior boat, of course, being the Bentley. Of course, getting past with the slickness of how offline is right now is going to be an interesting problem. Gap is down to about 1.5 seconds back to Javier. Let's see how we did. Mika. Okay, Mika definitely screwed up. He did a 55.1. We did a 52 flat. Javi 50.9. Okay. So that probably means last lap that Javi may have made a mistake because he was 51.7 and all of a sudden 0.8 faster that lap. So Javier is coming. Need to make up my mind if I'm going to try and fight him or if this is a case of let him pass. Let him go do things to Mika, and I can take Mika. Whereas if I fight with him, probably gets past me anyways, and then maybe he doesn't get up there to take Mika, and I don't get my crack at that spot. I mean, on the incredibly bright side, I could hold him off, but it seems unlikely. So many Lexuses with Emil Frey today because Larry Foster's potential team with Antonio Guarva, may not be saying that right at all, is potentially going to run custom Lexuses. This is what I mean where like I'm on Lexus, I'm on oh, whoa. Got twitchy.
I was on the right there.
Got twitchy while I was explaining the Larry Foster thing. Larry Foster's unrated. That's what I'm getting at, and I was hoping to use this race to rate him, but
I didn't want that to end in tears.
yeah, appreciated. Lost it a little bit there.
Okay.
trying my dry traction control. I mean, it definitely is faster, but it's definitely a lot of micro adjustments. Giving the blue flag to Larry shortly. This could be interesting, even doing a blue flag. That offline is still quite damp. Tires are getting closer and closer to actual pressure, though, and temperature. So the grip is getting better. Online, anyways. I mean, offline, I'm sure it's getting maybe marginally better as it gets less wet. But anyways, like, I don't think I'm going to get an accurate portrayal of whether Larry is a... I think we could safely assume he's not gold, which I thought was the high end. He was really quick in the DTM series we did. But, aside from that, it's been a bit weird. Former Academy guy. Briefly. Just wasn't able to make the schedule work. Javier chasing his new teammate, who is chasing his current teammate in the Sunday series. Miko what? Anyways, I mean, aside from the completely thrown off forecast because of how warm the track is, a really enjoyable race here. It just, for the life of me, when we originally loaded in, looked like this was gonna get progressively wetter. And yeah, sure, we started on damp, but it was going to turn into a more deluge of heavy rain. Well, not heavy rain, but it was just gonna get wetter, and it hasn't. It's been clearing up the whole time. It's still raining. You can see the wiper, which is set to automatic, is still going. Losing ground now to Mika What. Looks like he's found his pace. Proper gold driver. 50.1. Yeah, he's going fast. Take it, Javi. Go get Mika.
Aww.
Go get him. I can't get him.
Hey, I hit the 961 car out of a little bit of frustration from getting a whole lot of blocking, so I'm going to go ahead and retire here, guys.
Oh, finish up.
Finish up.
I went ahead and put it in the garage here, but I tell you, it's a challenging guy to race with. We'll talk offline on it.
But we're on auto director. Smile, Javi. You're on camera.
Hi, Mom. Who's playing games now?
You can see the gap that Javi's opened up to me. I mean, it's not ridiculous, and if he wasn't gonna be my teammate, no, I wouldn't let him through. I treated that pretty much like a blue flag. But I want to see it. Can he go out there and can he bring down Mika what? Who's still not terribly far up the road. And I mean, if he can even make Mika waste some time fighting with him, maybe I got a shot. Who is behind me? Guillermo Taylor is making up some ground on me. Yeah, there we are. Javi pulling out a 50.4. Like a full second faster than my fastest lap. Getting kind of close to like where we might be able to just go full dry setup, more or less. As far as traction control is concerned. So I'm running at 4. I run at 3 in the complete dry. Sometimes even 2. But the right side tires are still pretty suboptimal on terms of heat. And there's a lack of pressure everywhere. Which is why I'm also avoiding the curbs. Well, one of the reasons. The other reason, of course, is the curbs are wet. But, like, with tires that are lacking grip and the low pressure, which can lead to a puncture. Which we did pick up a spot. I think I did pick up a spot over Simeon, so. Because I'm back in 12th. 12th should have gone to Javier. Wayne Hutchison putting together a charge. Tip of the hat to the Team Oman Aston Martin driver who will be racing for Cyberline Racing in the upcoming season. A legit threat, I think, for the Silver Cup title, Wayne Hutchison. And that team, I think, is a legit threat for championship glory in the Team's Cup. It's him, it's Richard Higgs, it's Simeon Naku. And I think they're going to be really good. So there's my fastest lap. 51.0. Larry Foster's picking it up. 51.2. He's getting there. It's taking him a bit, but he seems to have figured it out.
I see what he means about that.
That would have been
he has
Anderson.
no peripheral vision.
I've not raced with him enough to have any comment. He has a platinum rating, so like, you know, I don't see him.
Yeah, if you're fully side by side and he still turns into you, yeah, I don't think he's seeing you're there, right?
Right. Might be worth having a talk.
I mean, he got the worst of it, so it wasn't that bad. But
yeah, but you don't want to win spots that way. It's a shame Larry's a lap down because this would actually be a good fight. It just took him a while to figure things out. Time running down though. The hunt for Mika. What? I mean, Javi's still gonna take a moment not to talk through this sector. Yep, see, 3/10 slower actually that lap than Larry Foster. Guillermo Taylor is catching me as well. I don't think that's going to come to anything. I think that there's too little time left for him to close the 7-second gap, but you never know. His what is he driving? He's driving a Mercedes. I was going to say he drives a Lambo in the Sunday series. I was thinking that'll catch, but then I'm like, no, there's only one Lambo in the entire Wednesday field. And it's Marie Iwanchuk, the Lambo King. Alright, last lap for whoever the leader is. I honestly don't know who it is. kind of looking forward to this season in that regard. There's no, without meaning to disrespect the Mike Stockmills and so on, there's no Mike Stockmill, there's no Maxi Lentini, no Darcy Parkinson, Jason Mons, Richard DeRoche even, Caleb Gonzalez, you know, all the normal dudes you'd expect to be up there are actually kind of absent. And as a result, I think we're in for some fun times, to be honest. Yeah, if not for that slide out of the last turn, that was going to be a pretty decent lap. But instead, it is not quite. Larry made a bit of a mistake, it looks like, though, and has dropped quite a ways back at me. So on to the last lap I go. 13th place. Javier was not able to run down Mika Watt. He's now 12 seconds up the road from me. Still a decent day in the greasy wet weather here at Barcelona. Still don't know who won. Could look over at the auto director, which I've periodically done on the start-finish straight if nothing's really happening around me. But not bad for me. I do need to repossession this lumbar structure, though. It did help immensely with the back pain, but it's causing kind of like a kind of new type of pain. So I think what I need to do is probably just move it up a little bit higher on my back.
Huh?
It's not meant for the chair, so there's no way to actually attach it without, like, you know, a DIY solution. So
No idea.
and oh,
Did you run out of gas, or what happened?
Mika Watt fell way back at the end.
Yeah, I had to.
Maybe out of gas. Oh, Turcotte was in second place.
Grazie ragazzi. Oh wait, never mind, we're in Spain.
I mean, one would think you'd be good at this part. Simeon finished up in fourth, so that talk of a puncture I don't think ended up being true. We'll just put it that way.
Alright, I'll just go race pace. Jeez. I'll pull a Ragunathan.
Oh, don't do
That's
that.
a wall. That's a wall.
Oh, Mika, you're gonna make me make fun of Higgs so much less now.
No, Mika. I only saw the back of that.
Did you run out of fuel?
Mika
That's what I was gonna ask him.
He crashed on the cooldown lap.
Well, he was waiting for me on the last turn, and I think I took him. Oh no, we were very close.
Nah, he got you
But-
by .074.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked really odd, and then he spun it on the cooldown.
It's a little embarrassing.
That was fun, guys.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't know anything about tire pressure. Instead of raising my tire pressure, I lowered it, and my tires never got above 24.5.
I mean, mine didn't get much above that either, but that was
Really?
the wrong call. I got decent temperature in the tires by the end, but the pressures were still pretty low.
I had like 26.7.
I was in
That's kind of okay.
I was in the low 26s and the high 25s. So still not good, but getting there.
I was mid 24s all around, so that's pretty balanced at least.
Yeah. I had the same, just 123 in the back.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I was a goober. I'm okay with 11th.
I'll take 12th. Who did get the win, anyways?
Wesley Stokes.
Wesley, Turcotte, Higgs, Naku, Schwari, Martinez, Hutchison, Murrah, LaBeouf, and what? Your top 10. Then Javi, myself, Guillermo Taylor, some dude in a Honda, Cliff,
Yeah, baby.
Rick Martel, Carman, and Foster made it to the end. I don't know if Francis made it to the end.
I had my money on you.
I'll tell you right now, that's the last time I listen to you, Magus, about putting wet tires on a half-ass dry track.
Hey, I corrected it and said that the answer was dries. You didn't pay attention to the second part.
Yeah, we restarted
And
it.
I also put my wet setup on like a dumbass and didn't correct my fucking fuel flow. I've been running on 5 the whole time.
Oh, Jesus. No. I wondered why you suddenly got faster towards the end.
It was like driving a bus.
I thought you might have just figured the track out, but no, as you may have figured out that you were on the wrong map the whole time.
Yeah, I noticed that. He would just like die on the straight part. So we're like, what's going on?